Today, we're going to be ranking the most aesthetic physique archetypes on a scale from Greek god all the way down to gym self.
Oh, we understand this is like kind of a silly concept. A lot of this is out of your control. Some of it is in your control, but most of this honestly comes down to like your genetics and like your bone structure, muscle bellies, even just like the way things insert. Also to point out how much steroids you're using. I mean, there's so many factors to this, and we're not saying anything's really even bad, like honestly.
At the end of the day, your training goals are your training goals. We're just going to be ranking them on aesthetics and real world practical use and results.
First up, we have classic physique bodybuilders. So they've got that old school 70s look. Think of like Arnold Schwarzenegger, C-Bone in the new era. I mean, visually, these are physically like
these are the best physiques to look at, 100%.
Yeah, like this is the physique. If there's a physique to attain, it's this. I mean, when you're talking about like appeal though, maybe not so much. There's a bit too much mass there.
I'd argue though, in the golden era, these were the ideal physiques. I think this wasn't too far. I think in the golden era, these were actually almost the max appeal physiques when you look at like Arnold. Not in bodybuilder lighting, not flexing their guts out. This is a high appeal physique.
Yeah, I mean, it would be rude not to put it in Greek god.
Yeah. When we take the piss out of bodybuilders, we're usually talking about like the open class, sparkly G-banger bodybuilders.
We honestly just do it to rage bait as well. Next up, we have the UFC fighter weight cut build. So usually these guys maybe do a little bit of strength and conditioning, but mostly they're just trying to slim down and get as lean as possible while like not becoming anorexic.
I guess you could say you can build an aesthetic physique being a fighter or a boxer, because fighting requires you to build your delts and it's targeted through literally just doing the activity. Me and Will do like 50% boxing, 50% gym, and I noticed my delts actually blew up from boxing and my rear delts.
These guys are also very light. This was one thing I was very surprised about. When I went straight from just being in the gym all the time to going into boxing, I was like one of the most muscular guys in the boxing gym, and I almost felt like one of those awkward bodybuilders trying to throw a punch. Obviously, I've learned a bit of form along the way, but I'm still kind of just a bigger guy than a lot of these athletes. They're very slim. That doesn't mean they don't hit hard. That's a massive misconception. The skinniest guys have the hardest punches.
Most of these guys are like 8-10% year round. I have to put it in like super aesthetic. By the way, guys, if you want to know what physique archetype you are and everything else about your physique, as well as how to improve it and build the physique that you want, we just dropped our physique analysis, where you can get your physique completely analyzed by us from a non-biased point of view. We're not your mum telling you look great. We're not your gym bro gassing you up and saying you look good even though you look like shit. Completely honest review. You can understand where you are and improve. Let's go.